couple things before we get started. One, I did play this game on early release, like they gave it to me early. I played on September 17th. I don't remember what I was doing, so I've deleted the save file. We're just going to start new. I plan to play on the hardest difficulty right off the get-go. I'm sure we'll lose. I'm sure we'll die. I don't mind. It's not going to bother me. I kind of like puzzling it out and figuring out how to get through it blindly on the hardest difficulty. All right, Captain. Extreme challenge with almost no room for error. That's great, seeing that I don't know what I'm doing. Also, survivor mode. Survive against all odds. There's no pause, and your progress will be saved on exit only. The Wanderer's Prologue. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again, we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. Shorts weather, and I expect we'll lose some, maybe even on the first mission as I'm doing the no pause thing from the get-go. We'll see though. Prologue, the Wanderers. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons, construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. We will restart the furnace. So for anyone that has only seen the first game was more micro-oriented, like very low population, you build individual buildings. This one, because we've done the prologue in the past, I know this one is much more macro. You have larger populations, you're working with districts and things like that instead. So definitely more macro. Okay, I gotta remember frost break. So we need a frost break to the oil. So frost break costs some resources, I remember that. And then we want to get toward the other stuff over here too. Okay. Frost breaking, construction, 300 workforce and 30 scraps required. Teams of workers with heavy equipment break the ice so that the camp can be expanded. And then we're also going to need to build some district stuff, right? Construct housing district, takes 40 heat, 100 workforce, 140 prefab, and 60 scraps. Go ahead and do that. Oh, I don't think I actually set up the frost breaking, did I? Yeah. Okay. So you have to hit the check mark afterwards, and then they'll come out and do that. Scraps are a stockpileable resource that can be spent on frost breaking, funding construction, or when using special actions. Scraps are collected weekly, so it's basically like your money, your income. Everybody provides their share. The bigger the community, the more they contribute. You can use the take scraps action on Wanderers, which will increase the number of scraps in your stockpile, but also worsen your relations with the Wanderers, which as a result will lower trust in you as a leader. You can also use the return scraps action, which does the opposite. It costs you scraps, but improves relations and trusts. Wanderers, we've been roaming the cold, harsh world for many years. May the black path lead us. May we tread on the promised land. Titan belts. Hunger is increased, but food demand lowered. You can take 165 scrap and make them more upset. And then we can return scrap. Okay. Area effects. Pay attention to where you construct districts as area effects. Ah, there we go. Additional, positive, or negative. Area effects are caused by environmental circumstances, the natural layout of the land or surface on which a district is constructed. Area effects are applied when at least 3 district tiles are located within it. While constructing any district, a tooltip will indicate whether your current build has any affected areas. Okay. It's beneficial to place housing districts near other housing districts to benefit from mutual heating. Cold is a measure of how well your city is heated and how protected your people are from the frost. Make sure that shelter and heat needs are fulfilled. Not satisfying those needs mainly increases cold, so that's at the top middle. High cold increases disease, decreases population growth, and causes recurring events like freezing to death. So, extraction district. Okay. So we getting that oil. Let's go ahead and make a second housing district if we have room for it. Oh, I see. So we'll need to frost break some more of that to get the bonus, right? Enough tiles to finish the district. Okay. Let's get to this, I suppose. Sure, we'll need it. Your population needs shelter to survive. Not provided. Cold will aggressively rise in the city. Shelter is mainly provided by housing districts, but remember, as other types of districts, it needs heat. If the heat demand on the city is not fulfilled, cold will rise at a lower rate compared to lack of shelter. Putting housing districts in the right place, proximity to each other, can reduce the heat demand. We saw that as well. Okay. All right. So now let's get the second housing one. Make sure we get that bonus from that. And then we're going to need extraction here, I guess. And then we need to start Frost breaking to some food, probably. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardship that made us. But more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil. We can turn on the furnace. Select the Dreadnought Wreck to access the furnace control. Once turned on, the Dreadnought's furnace will automatically convert oil to heat. Furnace on. The city's economy is based on the output and demand of various resources. Output is the total amount of resources produced by districts and buildings. For example, food output can be increased by building a food district. Okay, we have to keep that in mind. However, a working district also increases demand for resources needed to sustain its operations. In the case of food district, heat and materials are needed. When output equals demand, you will see a golden icon for the given resource. Okay, so we want to see that. Demand is increased by the needs of your people who require food and shelter. When output is lower than demand, you will see a negative number. Makes sense. Districts and buildings mostly increase heat and material demand. Dreadnought Wreck has a furnace that serves as heat generator. You need to have fuel to turn on the furnace, in this case oil. Okay. Furnace uses as much available fuel as needed to fill the heat demand. The vertical indicator on the left shows how much heat demand is fulfilled in gray. The red part indicates the demand. Okay, so we don't want it red if we can get it. You can also activate furnace overdrive, so that's kind of like the first game. Temporarily increases the generator's efficiency, but also increases its wear. Be careful and turn overdrive off for the wear indicator on the right fills up and causes malfunction, resulting in casualties. Provide base infrastructure. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing or the furnace itself. However, we need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. The rest we need to extract from the wagon. Okay. So, food district. Gain access to food. We've established some heat and shelter for our people. We must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frost break to the small patches of fertile soil. Suitable for growing food. Then we must store it in easily accessible depots. We must move quickly so no one starves. You guys are really going to argue about what the temperature is set to. So we need to get down to this food. So let's make sure we're frost breaking that way. Okay, so that's that food. We can only frost break touching onto this. I guess we could start heading this way if we can get to that food. I don't know. Our people are freezing, having cold crisis. Our workers are frostbreaking crews have begun to suffer casualties from exposure. They're asking us to provide more heating before the cold takes a further toll. We know we need to bring in as much food as possible for the whiteout. One elder said, we can't just let people freeze in the meantime. Provide heat and shelter, okay? So it needs scraps, which we get from people. We secured our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that we need to produce more food than our demands. Stockpile enough food of 40,000 within 75 weeks, okay? Some resources like materials, food, or different types of fuels can be stockpiled. When the city runs a surplus of a resource, meaning that output is bigger than demand, that surplus goes into the stockpile. The stockpile will slowly fill up every day as long as there is storage capacity left to store them. Stockpiles will be consumed whenever the demand is higher than the output for a specific resource. Stockpiling is limited by your storage capacity. You can see the resource storage capacity here. You can expand storage capacity by building stockpile hubs. Okay. Different types of stockpile hubs for different resources. In the prologue, only the food one is available. So first off, let's get the extraction district on this oil. Oh, there's not enough room there? I see. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Do we leave enough room down here? I'll know for next time if we lose this, so. Yeah, we left enough down here, though. So we'll grab that one. No, there's only two. I needed a third one. All right, well, we'll know what to do for next time, I suppose. So maybe here and then come up around. I wonder if that'll be enough for them to stay warm or not. So we're going to find out. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we'll frost break that and then we'll see. Unresolved problems in the city can make part of its workforce absent. Those workers are temporarily excluded from the workforce. There are two main. Sick. The number of sick workers increases proportionally to how high disease currently is. These people will rejoin the workforce upon decreasing disease in the city after being cured in hospitals. Injured. The injured will rejoin the available workforce after time as well. Having hospitals using abilities like triage accelerates the process. You encounter other types of absences in the city due to various events and decisions that you make. Pouring sand in his hands. We've been here so many times. The soil is depleting. A couple more and there will be no point erecting the hothouse. There will be nothing to grow food. and the yield is so low. Either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the Wanderers to tighten their belts or instill emergency shifts in food districts. All right, let's see how much they hate you for that. Tighten your belts. All will eat less to stockpile more for the whiteout. Food stockpile hub. Plus 15k stockpile capacity. Stockpile capacity for food is increased. Proximity to the workforce demand in neighboring food districts is decreased as well. Okay, that's nice. We mourn those who have recently passed. As it is our custom, we take them to the oil pits. We gently lower their bodies into the thick blackness. The fuel that keeps us warm in life likewise preserves us in death. But death also erodes trust in our leaders. Without trust, there is no future. Trust and relations fall every time someone dies. So let's see if we can fit the housing one now. District abilities. There are various district abilities available for the player in district panels. One example of such district are emergency shifts. Some district abilities are available from the beginning of the game. However, others can be unlocked through constructing specific buildings, signing laws, by certain events. District abilities can be divided according to a toggle type, cooldown, or one-time activation. Some district abilities have additional requirements. This one is prefab. We want to get there before we run out of material for sure. It's enough for that one. I mean, we don't have another direction anyway. Don't have housing districts. What? You still need one more? Well, you're going to have to suck it up. Good work. Our people are now less cold and can turn their focus to stockpiling food. Relations improve, which causes trust to rise. Nice. So we need to get to this. So what are these showing? Hunger severe. Extremely increased by food scarcity. I'm working on it. I need to get to this. Okay. And then to this one as well, I guess. And then headed toward that food. Resource deposit nearly depleted. So we have to make sure we get the next one of these built before that runs out. They say what the food was. I don't know if they mentioned exactly. They talk about hot houses and slightly fertile soil underneath, but as far as like what literal food they're growing, I'm not sure. All right, extraction district. That one made. And let's frostbreak to this food. Maybe we can set it up to be more district-y. Or use that thing. So let's do like that. Against the element squalor, each day the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly, it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. Without raw materials to repair the damage, our district will deteriorate. The more we build, the more materials we will need. This is the world we know. Provide more materials to reduce the squalor. So how are we doing on the food stock? Not great, right? 2,000. We can hold 10,000 and we need 15. So we definitely need that other building. So we're going to do that. And then we need that food district there. What do you guys want? One of our frostbreaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon. And he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. Maybe you have heard of this New London before and can settle the debate. It symbols order. New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced order to survive. New London is a city of devotion that established a new religion and follows the guidance of a zealous clergy. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced faith to survive. We're gonna go with order. We're already out of prefab for these things, but the extraction district takes scraps, not prefab, so we will be fine. Hopefully. Supposedly. We don't have enough prefabricated components, making further construction impossible. There may be some prefabs left in one of the construction wagons. If not, we can try to salvage prefabs by demolishing one of the existing districts or hubs. Get more prefabs by building an extraction. We are doing that, and this one's already out, so we can demolish this one. We'll get some back from that. We'll have a new one going here. What else is on the map? Another maintenance wagon. And food. So that's the last prefab place. Looking at her grandchildren playing. My knees ache and my fingers are so stiff. I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire. But maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food required. I don't think so, Treya. No, Cam, no. Oh. That food one's already running out. Okay. That's not ideal. So we are going to go here and put on emergency shifts. So I think... Can you take workers out of somewhere? Yes, okay. So we probably want to go ahead and build the other oil place, right? So let's make sure we build up some excess oil, and we need to get another stockpile place before we hit 25k. Polar season, heat demand is increased. Oh crap, well hang on a minute. Okay, that oil is almost done though, so... That's the last oil, so I mean if that's not enough, then I don't know what... It's not enough. So we're gonna have to run this at overdrive for a little bit. It only covers 2 out of the 3 there. But I don't want to frost break to get another one, so... People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden to our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? Don't resort to extremes. The whiteout will arrive in 34 weeks. It currently is saying that we'll have enough, and if we don't, oh well. Don't resort to extremes. We'll just replay it if we don't have enough. When does this cold thing end? Oh no, another colder season is coming, actually. Alright, so this one is empty. We can demolish that. We have 200 workforce. That's not enough for frost breaking. What is this one? This is our last prefab, right? All right, let's go ahead and frost break this other food. Okay. Oh, and that food is also running low. Holy crap. What if you needed to do one of those 2 things on the hardest difficulty? Maybe. I guess we'll find out. We'll know for next time. Maybe we should have slaughtered the seals. I don't know. We have 120. Okay, let's put you guys back on here then. We're at 30,000 out of 40,000. We've done 11 weeks out of 21, but then we have to survive those 10 weeks. There's colder weather coming. We're already not great on oil. There's no other oil. Does the oil building have a special ability? It also has emergency shifts. Okay. Okay, go ahead and demolish this. And then we can go over there and try to get the other goods so that squalor isn't too high, I guess. Okay. That's the last node on the map. Generator overdrive. Oh, God. Okay, turn that off. Oil. Let's do some emergency shifts. There's a whiteout coming. Oh, man. And I already, like, overclocked that, I guess. This one is depleted. So go ahead and demolish that one. Food secured. We did it. We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try and keep our people warm for this time. We will survive. Now we wait. Extraction. So we can turn one of these down and still be in surplus. Okay, let's do that. There's like a couple people without houses. I mean, I suppose we might as well. I think it's looking pretty good though, aside from that oil amount. There we go. Yeah, we're positive on everything. Housing, food. We got the stockpile of food done. We're positive on materials. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. Nice. GG. Minus 1,000. Sure, they're fine down there. When the whiteout hit the camp, the wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added this story to our great tales, alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pump smoke into the sky. We survived the end of the world. Now what? Frostpunk 2. That's what, apparently. Now, to recap what happened yesterday. So yesterday, we started up the hardest difficulty playthrough. We made it to the beginning of Chapter 4, and then I lost because of a snowball effect. So everything was going well, right? Snowball, get it? And then people were upset because some people died during the whiteout. And the stalwarts were so unhappy by this that they protested, and they blocked the frost teams. And that's where like all of our stuff was coming in at. So suddenly we're not getting any coal or food or anything. So anyway, it just snowballed really quickly. And suddenly we went from having a surplus of everything to having like minus 700 fuel and no food and all this. So yeah, the friggin' stalwarts was running out. All right, here we go. So very first thing I'm going to do now that I know what to do, or some of what to do, is I'm going to put some housing districts, because we are going to get an influx of people really soon. So we're going to do another housing district down in here. We're going to do 2 over here in this little crevasse. So I'm going to go the same way I did yesterday, because I want to continue on with the ideas that I had, but knowing a little bit more of how to play now. Whoops, I put that one in slightly not as great place. Oh, no, we're fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, we got 4 housing. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to do ice breaking. I want to ice break down to this coal. I want to get this one, and that one. Okay, and then the other thing we want to get going really early is we want to get frost teams out, because we now know. So before, I didn't know there was going to be this pilgrim group. We now know that the pilgrims exist, and that's who I want to go with, because that's what we were going with yesterday. We're frost breaking over here. We're going to frost break again. Get this done. And then I'll give us some area to work with here. So we need to get the extraction district on the coal. There we go. You can expand housing districts. We are going to expand one of them. So we're going to expand this one. This will not only give us more housing. There we go. It'll allow us to put an extra building in there. I really like that you can go down in here, see what's going on. Pretty cool. All right, so we're going to go in and build a logistics district. This will allow us to go out and explore the Frostland. Also really like how as you build things, paths set up, you start seeing the lights of torches and machines going back and forth. So we have the Frostlanders. Most of our community is Frostlanders right now. We have the Stalwarts, who I hate right now. They're what caused us to lose yesterday. And the New Londoners also a pretty large portion. The Stalwarts are very low. Oh, crap. I want to go in and I want to go to favors and I want to raise funds. So basically right now, while things are already bad, we're going to collect money from all these guys, because we really need that to get going here. All right, so now we need to turn on the generator. Good work, Steward. We have secured a coal deposit. It's part of the last vein in New London. There are still some deposits left, but they won't last for long. We'll need to improve our mining to use it efficiently. The city's communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. We need to decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. Build a research institute. Okay, so this will get our research going as you would think. Research a new idea of coal mines, construct a newly research building as well. We are going to need some more housing. I think I'm just going to go with another housing district already, because we're going to need it in the future anyway. We're going to cozy it up against these houses. Okay. A small crowd gathers outside the new research institute, arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. The Stalwarts and New Londoners want us to lean on machine-powered mining. The Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such discord under the captain's rule. You have to choose who to trust or entrust with developing their idea. The communities of New London have different perspectives. Show me our options. So this is the research tree. In coal mines, we can choose either dust coal mine or blasting coal mine. The dust coal mine uses less materials, It gets a little bit less coal and takes more workers. I'm going to go with the dust coal mine this time. Okay, so now we have the logistics. We can now get frost teams out already. We definitely want to do that. So right off the bat, we can do the frost teams. We already know what this one is. I'm going to head toward getting food first. So we're going to go to Frozen Bay. So the other thing is now we know where things are located. And back here, I'm going to go ahead and build a industrial district. This industrial district is primarily going to be to make us some goods here. So let's put it here. That'll help lower crime. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with a thundering shudder and bestows heat on us again. This is the heart of the city, our last line of defense against the cold. Our first hope for the future, any future. Steward, there's a couple who say their first child, a daughter, was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life again. They called her Lily May. They ask that you bless her. You gave us hope back. Thanks to you, our child may yet have a future ahead of her. People are hopeful there's a future for them all. Very well, Lily May. Very well. May you be Lily May. All right, so now we're going to switch this over to goods. It's not going to be a ton, but at least it should get crime down. So this is responsible for the crime. There is a boost to research that makes trust fall, but will power us through research faster. I'm going to go ahead and use this and see how much it increases it by. Holy crap, that's not good. That's not good. Let's go ahead and overrun the generator. It's good to have you back, old chap. It was a terrible fright to have you switched off. You're more than just a heat source to us, you know. To us, you're a symbol of what we should be. Unbending, unyielding fortitude. May we all stand so bold against the frost. It's revered by the stalwarts. Screw the stalwarts. All right, so let's get another research. We're going to go to Frostland, and I'm going to get the logistics bay immediately. 600 workforce for 20. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to do. All right, and let's build this. So we can build the dust coal mine extractor right here. And we will get more people coming in pretty soon. So maybe I will go to expand another one of the housing districts. Place to settle differences. With the new mine, the impending doom of depleting coal is postponed. Yet differences between communities remain. The weakening captain wanted to establish a council to settle them. He didn't live to see it through. It falls to you, steward. The people of New London want a say in how it's run. The first decision, whether you should continue to lead the city. We need a council. All right, so we'll make the council building next in the heart of the city. So we want to go to the approach next. Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years, but those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say. The stalwarts maintained order on behalf of the captain and adhere to what they claim was his vision for New London. Progress, merit, reason. New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over our survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. Then there are those who view the stalwarts with contempt for their role in New London's history. I view them with contempt. Why'd I anger them? They didn't want heating in the homes. That was the last straw. They wanted to repeal a law that allowed for extra heating in the homes. So stupid. It's a friggin' apocalypse. Like, come on, man. So 20 or 4, 25 or against. We have to negotiate. Let's see if anyone wants what we already want. Research untreated sawmill. Maybe. Let's see what everyone else wants, though. Use the community action fund project. No. Law development efforts. Workforce requirement is decreased. Research and hold a vote for machine-centric shifts. This one I don't know would be enough. Deliberate and hold vote. So we can either do the research for untreated sawmill. Massive sawmill in which frozen wood is cut into usable material without undergoing any treatment. Speeding up the process by exposing people to mold spores. So increases disease, but more material output. Okay, we can knock that out, I suppose. All right, a steward you shall remain then. Good. There are challenges ahead. Extending coal extraction is a great success, but the vein will only last so long. We need to explore the Frostland for a permanent source of fuel. Otherwise, the city will have no future at all. Okay, so we need to research untreated sawmill. Go straight into that. Resources, sawmill. Untreated sawmill. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and make the logistics bay. This is going to give us more frost teams so we can get out exploring more. Now we need to start making some people happier so we can get more money from them in the long run. So I'm going to let these guys vote. I'm going to grant them an agenda. So basically what that means is on the next vote, the Frostlanders pick the law that we're voting on. Okay, so this is what they want to vote on. Expiration time is slightly decreased. So if we can negotiate if it's something we already want to do anyway. Research, enact. So the thing is, this one's likely to pass on its own, but it's not guaranteed. We're going to let them do it though. 1887 was the start of the first game, or was the start of the story of the first one. Come on. No. I should have.
Has been rejected.
Oh well, that's a wasted law time. So that's how much wasted? 9 weeks. I should have promised.
Temperatures will soon plummet.
Okay, so we are going to turn up the generator, keep it a little warmer, and then I'm going to go into research, and I'm actually going to get the Skyways first this time. Only 8 weeks with that bonus research thing going. Frosty. Oh, we have more frost teams, right? So I know one of those is food out there. And then I think this was the coal. One of these two were the coal. Let's go ahead and launch expedition. We'll find out. Stockpile is depleted. Steward, the stockpile of food the captain has gathered have run out. After so many years, our resources in the pit are growing barren. Current output will satisfy some of the demand, but problems will mount over time. We must reach for new deposits, otherwise the city and us will suffer. Yeah, we're working on it. Multiple pods of whales froze here after being pursued by humanity's last whaling vessels into the freezing harbor. The scouts are amazed at the sight of the massive bodies made pale by the ice. Finally, I found my white whale, the scout commander jokes. No one laughs. Years ago, the captain sent a team with machines to bore through the ice and mine out the whale meat. We can take the machines back to New London and assist our extraction, or send a new team here to finish the job. Establish whale mining outpost. Okay. What's this one? An old coal hauling crawler half buried in the snow. It appears the transport's navigation devices were tampered with, and its charts were inaccurate. Graffiti has been etched into one of the sides. New London leeches. Regardless of what happened here, the coal is ours for the taking. 50,000 coal. Yes, take it. So I'm going to do this again. I know trust is falling, but man, getting this research done this fast is kind of crazy. So the thing I want, we found out yesterday how good they were, is factories. There's a factory that gives you 10 prefab 40 goods for 40 materials. We're going to grab that one. Okay, and now I'm going to go out here, and this food, I'm going to connect a Skyway, which is going to be expensive, but... Okay, so that'll start getting us some more food in. Neutral, neutral, neutral. All right, so grant you an agenda. Durable goods. Goods demand per capita slightly decreased. Negotiates. New Londoners. Okay, we'll do that one. Under an hour again. Right in today. Got down to 8 seconds yesterday. Cindy's pa went and got her a governess, like she's gonna be a duchess or something. Not on our watch. We roughed up that little... Alright. Ferguson's boys will learn this too. They try and wife us again tonight, we'll pull razors and say we'll cut out their eyes. It'll be good fun. What we want is a proper rumble. Short blades only. Come on. Who wants to play? Oh. Guided voting. Pretty against at the moment. City, community service. Which one did they want? This one. 57-4. Okay, that's an easy one. Yearly event lasts for a full year. It means it lasts until December 31st. Okay, met into the new Londoners demand, so they are happy. Steward, 5 children are dead and dozens lay wounded after 2 large youth gangs met for what they called a rumble. Most of the children were armed with knives. The fighting escalated to a full-scale battle. As the parents of the deceased mourn, many insist their children should not have been left unattended. Indeed, many backstreet alleys seem to be overtaken by uncared for youth. Some areas are beginning to be dangerous even for adults. The persistent lack of law regulating childhood is causing crime to rise. So we will commit to resolving this, and we'll vote on that next. Remains of the old bridge leading to Winterhome. An ominous sign hangs from the nearest side. Only death lies beyond. Whether it was left by would-be jokers or superstitious scouts is unclear. Outpost once predicted temperature drops for Winterhome. The peak is visible for miles around. The ideal place for a beacon to help travelers reach New London. Launch that. Let's expand this. We have 15 other teams. Where else can we go? Desolate Coast. We definitely need to do that one. That's where the oil is. I remember that. Okay, we'll go there. During a routine medical examination performed by stalwarts, a small group of Frostlanders refused to be assessed. These checkups are relics of years past, and a cough could endanger the city. That's gone now. We've adapted, one said. No point continuing the invasion of privacy. Stalwarts maintain that regular physical help ensure the safety of our workers. It's vital we monitor our citizens' health, one foreman pushed back. We've had epidemics in the past. We mustn't allow another one. Suburb Frostlanders will oppose this. Relations slightly improve with New Londoners and Stalwarts. Yeah, we're going to do mandatory checkups. And we're going to get more heat stamps off of you. And then make promise. Research Moss Filtration Tower. Sure. Taking that one out. Moss Filtration. So basically what I'm doing is every time I can, I'm having them give us money, which makes them unhappy, but then I use a very small set of that money to do something they want. So a new count has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Some attribute the rise influx of settlers from the Frostland, others to births outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we have adjusted our calculations of the city. 1,200 more people. So let's turn these houses back up. And we are going to need another housing district, unfortunately. Crime's on the rise, I know. There's a material thing out there that's like 50k that I'm trying to find. I don't remember where it was. So we might end up having to put down a material place in here temporarily. I think we're going to. So let's frost break some of this. The crime problem in New London continues to worsen. Scarcity of goods may drive people to acts of crime when they don't see other ways to obtain necessities. Making goods available helps ensure people don't revert to a free-for-all. If they do, watchtowers and prisons might become necessary. It's also worth examining if our laws are helping us fight crime. Maybe more difficult to ensure order as the population rises. If crime runs rampant, people might be injured or killed. Tensions will grow, and radicals among us will grow in popularity. We best ensure it does not come to this. Now, extraction district. So that will help a little bit with that. Oh, we have 10 Frostland teams. Launch expedition to the Frozen Sea. There we go. Okay, so we need to pass something for the children. Percentage of active workers is increased, or research speed is slightly increased, but heat stamps lowered. I don't want heat stamps lowered. So we're going to propose this one, but we're going to have to promise something to someone. New Londoners, what do they want? Research and hold vote for machine-centric shifts. Research building advanced blasting coal mine. Let's go with research and hold vote here. That gives us 51, which is what we need.
The eyes have it.
Childhood law has been regulated. You kept your promise and avoided unnecessary chaos in the city. Good. And now we're going to go to resources. Where was it? Worker shifts. Machine-centric. So workforce requirement is decreased, but squalor increase. Only 6 weeks because we have this research bonus. So I'm going to grab the salvage factory and put it here. That should get rid of our crime. Mission causing a faction to be super unhappy from yesterday. I don't know. I think it's because like it seems stupid because there wasn't a mine anymore, right? So it does feel like a bug or an oversight at the very least. So for anyone that doesn't know what's being talked about, the Stalwarts, that was another thing that they were upset about. They wanted us to make a building inside the mine, and we did it. But then after the mines were completely gone, like we'd mined all coal, there was no reason to have a mine there anymore. It was completely mined out. I deconstructed the building to get the resources back because you couldn't mine any more coal. And then they got upset, and it was something I could not do because they wanted the building and the mine to be rebuilt. or they were upset that it was deconstructed and wanted it rebuilt. But I couldn't rebuild it because there's no longer any coal to build a mine on. So that was another thing I'd forgotten about, where they were just permanently upset because of that. Well, Joey's been coughing all night. His forehead's as hot as the generator. Quick, get people to gather around. Get up against this kid's forehead. Keep him warm. We can use less coal. We're going to need more of this, so I am going to raise funds from you already. People are not going to be happy about it, but... we need it. Daring to dream. For years, suggesting anything against the captain meant close scrutiny from the stalwarts. Despite the BS booming from their bloody speakers, we managed to find our own way, kept to our principles, stayed frugal, put families first, watched out for our neighbor, continued our traditions. Now we have a council. Maybe it's time for us to stop dreaming and make a change. Here they are, the Pilgrims. We're going to side with the Pilgrims this time. Frostlanders have organized into a new faction. The Pilgrims form a resilient, spirited community held together by the bonds of tradition. They dislike city development efforts, unfortunately. They want adaptation, equality, and tradition. The real thing is, if we make them happy enough, they give us an ability to make our frost teams go super fast. So we're going to promote immediately. Oh, we have 10 frost teams. We need to start getting... oh, here we are. The towering structure often attracts outcasts and scavengers who would rather live together in cold isolation than follow the laws of New London. Some has been in decline since the collapse of the observation tower. Some may be willing to reconsider. I don't need more people right now. Jettison secondary engine of a dreadnought. Under its hull, we found a core and reproducible component from before the frost that we can use to power our most advanced technology. Fissures and ice suggest the dreadnought traveled in a frozen bay a long time ago. Yeah, bring those back. A mining complex. This is what I was remembering. Inhabited by children a long time ago. Over the years, they grew older and became citizens of New London. The last miners were ordered home by the captain, but we know some coal remains in the shafts. The approach trail is in poor condition, but we've found a warehouse with prefabs the captain intended to use to improve it. We could take them or leave them in place to set the mine back up. Using the mine will take fewer Frostland teams. Yes. Okay. Steward, some of the coal deposits in this district will soon run out. The Stalwarts and the New Londoners believe they can use explosives to access deeper veins of coal. The Frostlanders say we should send children from Mist Ore in the tighter tunnels. Some did this as kids themselves in the abandoned mine outpost, and they survived unscathed. Should we support any of these ideas? So lay explosives, the relations increase with New Londoners and the Stalwarts, or child volunteers to get the Pilgrims and the Frostlanders up. We're going to send in children, mainly to get rep with the Frostlanders and Pilgrims. So. Oil cistern. A tinker filled with oil hangs in a narrow crevice. It will be dangerous to extract without specialized equipment. We found oil! A ruined machine lies across a crevasse. Wagon spilled into the nearby snow. There are clear signs that people have come and gone from the site, even storing goods here. But what amazed our scouts is the most is the huge quantity of readily available oil. This could be the fuel source we've been searching for. We found oil! Oil tombs of the nomads. On the broken shore lies an old derelict dreadnought. It seems to have been upgraded to run on oil as it rests beside rich deposits. Perhaps the site was a refueling station. But deep in the black pools lie rows of frozen bodies, wrapped in shrouds and placed in the still wells. Our scouts shudder at the sight. These oil deposits would surely solve our fuel needs, but we would have to desecrate these graves to access them. We haven't chosen Respect the Dead. I'm really curious what happens, because you have pilgrims show up. Maybe they give you oil. I have no idea. But we're going to say Respect the Dead and see what happens, because we removed the bodies last time. Oil will save the city, but we need to adapt our generator to use it. In the meantime, we'll need to establish a reliable supply. It's time we settled beyond New London. Create a colony at the old Dreadnought and connect it with a solid trail to London. All right. Among debris is a mangled cart. We found an old navigation log. We can't wander forever. We can only get through this canyon, and we can set up a permanent base next to the oil. The cart holds a large number of cores. Okay, salvage the cores. And we need to connect a path. Let's go ahead and connect Skyway if we have the stuff for it. Okay, we do. Cold season, we're gonna have to turn this up.
Will soon hit us. Prepare accordingly.
So last time I was trying not to go as heavy-handed. Oh, right. We have to vote on this. We promised. All right, go for it. It's already gonna pass. What do the people use for transportation? They mainly move on foot, on sky rails, and there are some machines left, like automatons from the first game. Let's see here. Make a promise.
Take note. A new
Research, all do maintenance. Oh, that's good, actually. Let's do that. So research, all do maintenance. We'll come in here. City, maintenance, all do maintenance. Material demand is significantly decreased. I'm gonna research that, and I am going to hit extra research again, even though it makes people unhappy. Oh, we have frost teams. I gotta make sure I'm sending them out. 20. All right, go. Oh, we might can put the house down one notch. Yeah, save us a little bit of resources. A fishing trawler with a full catch is locked in ice. A logbook in the hold suggests the vessel originally hailed from somewhere called Canada. We have no idea where it has been since. The catch may still be edible if people in New London have strong stomachs. 75,000 food. Yeah, take it. These people are shunned by other nomads. They are tight-lipped about exactly what happened. They're willing to integrate with our community if we let them. Not right now. Okay, with all that food, we can now turn this off temporarily. Just gotta make sure I come back here. That gives us 15. And when that team gets back, we'll have the 20. Steward, a fire is broken out in our coal mine. If we don't react, we'll lose the mine, along with a deposit. Some of the stalwarts engaged in the rescue efforts insist we can still save the mine by cutting off the air supply to the shaft and suffocating the flames. But some of the child miners are still making their way out. So last time we let the children survive, and they got mad at us. Like the children protested and being like, hey, I chose to go in the mine. You should have sealed me in there. I'm still going to save the children, then complain all they want. Research heat recycling. That makes people upset. But we're going to do it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I think so. Oops. Has no more deposit, right? So. Okay, 20 frost teams. All right, so come out here. Send colonists. 3,000 colonists will settle here. We have too much housing now because we did that, so let's turn this housing off. And this housing off. And this housing off. And then this one down here that's shielded, actually. Let's turn that one back up a little bit. Ice breaking. We're going to go frost breaking. Grab that for more teams. Delegate session voting. Maintenance duty. All do maintenance. Research advanced blasting coal mine. I mean, it's just a research. We can knock that out quickly. Let's just do that. We can actually turn this down a little bit. There we go. Nice. Now we are positive on everything. All right, so now we get that other research that we promised. Eating. Advanced coal mines. Promised to New Londoners. There we go. 100 stamps. Ugh. Where's it actually high? Oh, turn off overdrive. Yeah. Whoops. Warmer season. Heat demand is lowered. Good, because we were almost through that 50,000 coal that we got. All right, so we have 15 frost teams now. Graveyard. Okay, there we go. Steward, this morning a house has been found walled off from the rest of its neighborhood. The inhabitants escaped after a while, but they found that local shops and amenities refused to service them. I don't know who did it, but it's for the best, I tell you. Them people got all sort of bugs. Place is healthier without them, claimed the local pub owner. The latest spread of influenza has indeed hit the district hard, and people are on edge. Maybe we ought to define common rules for this to appease attention. Commit to resolving the issue. 30 weeks. All right, I guess that's what we're doing. Okay, so we need to frost break to this oil. I really didn't want to get this other coal, but we're going to have to, I think. No. Dadgummit. There we go. Never mind. It refunds it. I'd never done that before, so I thought I was just going to eat it. Actually, hang on. Next Skyway. We didn't finish that. Okay. Okay, get that done. That'll be coal coming in right there. A track transport lies wedged tightly in a crevasse. Rows of resigned faces visible through the windows. The engine at the front is in a shredded mess. Ash and melted steel scarring the wall, of ice where it collided. Its precious cores already destroyed. Our scouts plan to knock the transport down in the crevasse's bottom to easily salvage its materials and coal. They could carefully remove and bury the bodies first so they're not crushed in the fall. That will take more men and time. Take the cargo. 50,000 material, 50,000 coal. There we go. All right, nice. Get that. The warmer water beneath this thinner ice is teeming with fish. Occasionally, a walrus can also be seen swimming through the schools, looking for prey. An outpost here could increase our food supply. Excellent. The scouts came to this particular wreck after hearing tapping on the hull. Descending the decks, they found no living souls, but discovered an automaton still tapping an SOS on the hull after 30 years. Scouts have nicknamed the machine the Tap Dancer. We could either cut the automaton free and send it to New London or scrap it. I need the cores and the prefab. Get that. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. Check the valley. Negotiate. Mostly against. Okay. Vote for. Use the community action fund project. Build a waste incineration. Research. Calibrated goods factory. Okay. We'll do a research. All right. Now we should pass that. Deploy guides. All right. So this is going to make our exploration teams a lot faster. Deploy guides. Good. Over here. Build the extraction on the coal. Oh, we get disease increase from that one. We need to get to these ones. Crap. Okay, frost break. Don't get a house set up instead. Interesting. Research calibrated goods factory. Let's go and get that set up. Granted workforce, 70 material requirement, 60 more goods output. Okay, it's not too bad. All right, let's go into the trade menu. And we're going to get these guys the food that they need. And a little of these materials since we have excess. Then we need to frost rate down to this one too. Imperial freighter. The wreck of a mighty freighter marked with the colors of the old empire. It's the only wreck we see facing away from and not toward the coast. It seems to have collided with another vessel and partially sunk. But fortunately enough, remains above the surface to be salvaged. An outpost here could increase our supply. Okay, great. Royal Navy. We located a wrecked ship lodged on its side encased in a massive block of ice. HMS Atalanta. Barely legible on the left starboard hull. We were unable to get inside, but we found a jagged hole in the engine room. It was full of coal and not much else. The place made our scouts quite uneasy. We noticed that our compasses were behaving erratically in the vicinity of the wreck. Probably best not to linger here. 50,000 more coal. Take it. And this sucks. We're gonna have to do two more of these. Let's get the extra research speed going again. Steward, we're struggling with heat stamps. Yeah, telling me. A group of stalwarts have come forward with an idea on how to solve it. We should pass service exemptions. Let us pursue it. The city will benefit. The stalwarts look with distrust at what other communities propose. They would surely appreciate you getting behind their idea. 60 weeks. Okay. Okay, so we have 20 teams. Launch to the Highlands. Gotta get that friggin' oil. That's very important. And more heat stamps. We're gonna have to grab heat stamps from people. 123. Okay, things are looking good over here. So we don't get an influx of people. So stupid. Frostlanders. How many can we get from this? 43, 43. Oh man. Contagion prevention. Oh, let's check that one out. 32, 25. This one Mike can pass. We'll get this one. We have a bunch of promises we need to fulfill. This is a contagion law. Right? Yes. Had me worried for a second. Okay, that should get us up to the 75 oil that we need to send, and then we can make permanent other settlements, which is what I've been trying to get to. I need people liking me more. As much as I hate to promote these guys, I'm going to do it. Tall towers can be spotted on top of the peaks. Further exploration has been hindered by the constant winds and shearing glacier surrounding the site. Our scouts have noted that some tunnels by Tesla City head in this direction. We could outfit an expedition to try to reach the site from underground. 30 teams. All right, just go ahead. All right, so we should have enough of this now. So we want to resource transfer 120. Let's do that for now. Whatever. There we go. Anticipation fills the air as the first transport of oil is sent to New London. To dream of future without feeling cold feels surreal. To make it happen, however, we will need to modify the generator to turn this black gold into heat. This will be irreversible. What future we build for ourselves will depend on it. We are going with the Pilgrims again.
Two Toes will be signing posters in the Central District this
Chapter 2,
afternoon.
Ambitions. Timmy Two Toes.
And yes, she will be using her feet.
What a weird random line to get in the background while we're progressing to the next chapter. Ambitions, Chapter 2. People cheer as oil reaches the city, but the question of what it means for our future remains. The years of suffering are coming to an end. Let us improve the generator further and pump oil into the snows of the city melt forever. Till they melt forever. Shout the stalwart leader. No, screw the stalwarts. However, the Pilgrims disagree. What stalwarts want is hubris. New London won't last forever. The frost is our reality. We have to embrace it. Venture forth. Use oil to settle new homes in the white beyond. Pilgrims will approve. Yeah, Pilgrims. I'm going to settle new cities. We first need to upgrade the generator with adaptive pumps to use the new fuel. And we must research furnaces that will support upgrading viable outposts to permanent settlements. They will provide a supply of resources that will not run out. Not all outposts are viable as permanent settlements, but there are plenty of useful sites around New London. Okay, so we need the... what's it called? Settlement heating. Very important. Past service exemptions, build one untreated sawmill building. So we need to work on those promises too. Can I get money from someone that likes us? You guys. Favors. Give me some money. We need some extra workers. Okay, we'll grab that. So now we can settle new places once we get that research and 1,200 workforce, which we can grab that pretty easily. We also know that the whiteout comes from the south, so maybe we should go ahead and keep exploring down south. Okay, go launch all those teams. Okay, past service exemption. These laws need 2/3 majority. Guided voting. The steward may declare a motion vitally important to the city's survival, curtailing debate and convincing many. Unlock the guided voting procedure. So we're gonna have to negotiate big time. Frostlanders, vote for. Construct Vanguard Logistics Bay. Oh, I wouldn't mind having another one of those anyway. Okay. Come on, 70 or 67 required, right? 67, come on. Got it.
The proposed law has been approved.
Nice. Now we have more power. We can have a heavy hand in some stuff here. Okay, build one Vanguard Logistics Bay, past service exemption. So we'll do the Vanguard Bay because I wanted that already. Oh, we still need to do the generative pumps.
A law has passed in the council. Take heed.
Yeah, let's do that first. Only 102. It's fine. They still like us. Can I actually destroy this, or will they get unhappy? We're gonna find out. They'll probably get unhappy, but... Rowdy funeral, no common rules. Steward, there was a shameful display during a wake yesterday. Some of the deceased's family wanted a traditional burial, while others complained about wasteful antics. Instead, the body should be donated to further the city's healthcare. This could save people's lives, was answered with, I won't risk my father's soul. And as people got more heated, they eventually came to blows. In the aftermath of the fight, the body disappeared, and each side suspected the other of foul play. Sadly, this is not an isolated incident. Maybe we need common rules to get everyone on the same page. 30 weeks, we can do that. Cold, alright. Generator, turn that up. Steward, the Pilgrims have begun throwing feasts in celebration of the direction you've taken the city. Tonight we eat our fill, one of their leaders says, as she waves smoldering bundles of herbs over the table, so that tomorrow we have the strength to settle the Frostland. Shrouded in a veil of incense, the Pilgrims hand out food and share exploration stories, invigorating other citizens. You want to ask them to promote something specific. Percentage of active work, more heat stamps, or exploration time extremely decreased. Let's decrease the exploration time. The huge mine and smelting apparatus provided the steel used to construct the nearby generator on behalf of the Imperial Exploration Company. A crew of thousands once lived within and below the machine, only a small fraction of whom made it to New London. The captain sent a crew with cores here to establish an outpost. There's no sign of the crew, but the cores remain, along with many salvageable components. We can take it all back to New London or finally restart the smelter. I'm going to take these ones, actually. Might regret that later, but we'll see. A crumbling warehouse sits by a dilapidated track. It has been pillaged many times by scavengers, but one of our scouts noticed a metal trap door. She drilled through the thick metal and entered a buried chamber containing pristine cores. Instruction manuals in the chamber show the cores were intended to drive a locomotive, but we can refurbish them. Okay, take them. So yeah, we are going to need to bring more people first time in a while. Let's bring Frostlanders in. Expand operations. Do it. Thousands of our people make their home in the frontier of our settlements. No longer do we cling to the crutch of the generator. The dream of making this world our own is real. Unless the frost tests us again, we must survive. We want to do the same thing to the food now. Incoming whiteout. Uh-oh. Steward, it was only a matter of time. We had an unusually long streak of mild weather, but now meteorologists are clear. There's a familiar drop in air pressure at higher altitudes. A whiteout is coming. The wind will cause extreme cold, and the clouds will blot out the sun, impacting our food production. Without shelter, ample fuel, and a stockpile of food, our people will be at mortal risk. We have to prepare. Okay. We need to get this food settlement set up. Okay, so now we have the food settlement set up. We have a coal settlement set up. Let's see if we can get... was it this one? Hang on. Let's make sure we're meeting our promises. This one will pass, no problem as well. Start coming in or something. Oh yeah, with the whiteout. Yeah, the whiteout is really brutal. One is fully upgraded, so it's working. That one's fully working. Can we explore some of this down here before the whiteout comes? Deadly, deadly. Safe, go. Deadly. Safe. Dangerous, might be okay. Dangerous. Deadly, dangerous. Get those going. So we need this back up. All right, and how much coal stockpiled? We have 100,000. We need to get this place where they're not freezing to death. I need another housing district here. So we need prefab. There was a prefab settlement that we can set up. Was it here? Yes. Connect Skyway. It's gonna be expensive. I don't think we have enough. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Jeez. Wait. Maybe? No. Oh, okay. There we go. What can I promise you guys? Is there a research I can promise you? Research liberated youth. Trust rises? Yeah, get that one. We don't have the stamps. Steward, with disease currently under control, more and more citizens question why we keep some housing empty. Makes no bloody sense, complained an anonymous clerk. We keep maintaining these places just in case. They could make some folks happy right now. A mixed coalition of delegates agrees with the complaints and has drafted a new law which would deregulate the issue of contagion altogether. I see. Liberated youth. So, prefab. We're getting those. 12 a week. Not a ton of those, though. So what do we need to set up right now? We do need to get food coming in more, and we need to get the material base. Where's the material base? Here? Yes. How much is that going to cost us? Not a lot, actually. 50 heat stamps, so we're almost there. Pass law. Okay, so we need to pass anything in the funeral category. Trust loss reduce. Oh, that would be good, actually. Full research. It's an easy one.
The proposed law has been approved.
Yeah, we did the Pilgrims thing last time, yeah. Related. Okay, so unfortunately, I need to promote these guys in 1 week. We need to boost our research speed again. Whiteout is coming. Got about a year. Cross teams. Let's get some food in. Harvest that one. Taking these Frostlanders. Harvest that one. Aries. Go wake her up. You just... Aries. He's gonna spill my drink. No. Come on. He's trying to crawl up on top of my drink and my other monitor. Okay. So now we need more. And then population increase again. Great. Oh, I know what we can do. Hang on, have we already upgraded this? Stars demands met. Good. Coal mine is upgraded. Whale town's upgraded. We can get one of these other ones. Gotta be careful, but that's where we could put some population to keep them safe. Research waste repurposing. We have to do that one. Waste repurpose. Okay. 100. Ugh. Next Skyway. Oh, now I need the 10 teams. Okay. Deactivate this temporarily. Like the Skyway. Okay, so that's gonna get built, and we'll see how that increases the research speed. I really need to get some of these people out of here. Create a settlement. What do we need? 10 teams. Okay. I might cancel one of these. Valley, cancel that. Create a settlement. It's a city. That's 500. Research significantly increased. 30 oil and 250 prefab. Up that again. We're almost at the prefab. Oil we can move over easily enough. Okay, so liberated youth has to be voted on. Do we care about this one? Workforce, but decreases heat stamps. Does it need to pass or just vote? Just needs to vote.
The noes have it.
Steward, every day at noon, the pilgrims gather around their elderly prophets and imbibe in their fume-induced fugue state. Stalwarts complain that this schedule reduces efficiency during their shifts. Not to mention, nearby workers end up intoxicated by the fumes as well. There's no denying that the pilgrims have become more effective at charting the Frostland. Deploy Sears Pilgrim action. Again, yeah, do it. Let's get a second housing set up here. We got the excess research going for that one. That's going to make people happy. Can I get money from anyone yet? Raise funds. 345. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So with that, we can get the extra housing set up. And let's see. Let's get Frost team back on getting this food. Can you see people in this game? Yes. There's the heart of the city. Zoom in. There's some people. Hey, get to work. Might want to make a promise for research for these guys. Research communal parenthood. All those are kind of good. We'll do this one. All right, so let's get that research for communal parenthood. So how long does this take now with the research bonus and that place set up? 4 weeks. Oh, that's super good. Maybe we mine that prefab out. A little risky doing it, but kind of need more right now. It's one of our limiting factors. We still need to make that other housing district down here. Bureau of Propaganda. To foster cohesion, the steward's words will be broadcast throughout the city. Abuse, talk, and slander will be prohibited. Tension is significantly decreased. Deaths will decrease relations less. Oh, that would be a great one to get. I can guide the vote for the first time as well. Holy crap. All right. Whoa, that's strong. Pretty good. 82. Stalwarts demands met. Okay. I'll see what promises we can do. Promise to research relationship rotation. Significantly increase research efficiency bonuses. Let's do that one. City. For compensation. Efficiency bonus. 5 weeks only. Man, that research center is doing incredibly well. Steward, a group of strangers has arrived at the old dreadnought. They call themselves the Wanderers. They seem to be a nomadic tribe for whom this wreck was a pilgrimage site. We allowed them to visit their tombs, and they seemed relieved to find the graves unharmed. As we've taken their camp, they ask we at least provide a stockpile of oil that will enable them to survive the whiteout. They seem desperate. 24,000 oil? I need 8 guard squads? Yeah, okay. I guess I'll have to do that. It's unfortunate, but... oh, we already have the 8 guard squads, so we can do that. No problem. Send guards. There we go. Get those out of here. Do we have enough to connect this? Okay. All-seeing eye icon in the city. That means that the pilgrims are super happy. And they're currently giving us bonuses. Steward, empowered by your support, the pilgrims have extended their activities to a new district. Here you go. Their members can be seen on every corner, and they now hold periodic rallies near the district's main hub. This time we're gonna take extra heat stamps. What can we do? Fun projects? Sure. Do those guys that are not doing any rallies or anything. 35 teams. Okay, is this one almost done? It is done. We have some people nearby. You Londoners. Oh, it's risky. I'm gonna do it though. 60 teams. Launch expedition, even if it's deadly. Then as soon as we have the 30, we'll be able to expand this. Okay, there we go. Now we can go back to the old... there was another thing that needed oil too, right? One of the... Several of the food ones. Oh, we found some more places. We found a grove of trees encased in snow and ice. The perfect site for a crew with a wall drill to extract timber. So more materials. Okay, good. Explorer's Cave. A pile of stones breaks the horizon. The cairn is both a grave and a cache. We firmly believe the core within was left for whoever finds themselves in need, and not for the explorer's journey in the afterlife. Some of the scouts fear disturbing the stones, while others point out that we can take the core and reassemble the cairn afterwards. Take it. What does this one need? That one needs nothing, so grab that food. What else do we have around? 100 prefab, take that. 10 regular workers, 50,000 oil stockpile, take that. We have enough to connect this. Yes. Okay, good. Skyway. Do we have the Skyway for this? Yep. Communal parenthood. Do we want this? Active workers significantly increase population growth. We do want this. We're going to have to negotiate, I think. It's crazy how far I've gotten this time before the first whiteout. Yeah, I learned a whole lot on my first playthrough. A lot of times I was playing, I was like, oh, well, now I know something to do next time. Yeah, it's crazy amount of stuff we can get done, knowing a little bit more what to do. And I might still lose, but, you know. I understand a lot more of the game just from one try. That one's good. So now we go here and we grant them the agenda. Trust rises. People really like us right now. That's good. Steward. It seems like some of our citizens are profiteering from outsiders trying to get into the city. We caught smugglers with a freezing and disoriented group of people. When warmed, fed, and questioned, they spoke of a grim reputation our city has among the survivors in the area. It's the only generator there is, but we've heard stories of what the guys do to some people trying to get in. For what happened to us, the rumors seem true. Should we do something? So we need to set some kind of outsider thing. Okay. We can do that. Food is crazy good. Materials is good now. We expanded this, so I mean we have an extra building slot. We do. So we're gonna go into here and grab the salvaging factory, put it there. And that will exactly cover the goods that we need. We have 42 more teams. I guess the deaths aren't that big of a deal right now, right? Because we have so many positive things going on. So we could explore more of this. We might as well. Deadly, so some of them will die, unfortunately. Let's launch to the plains. It won't take very long. Stewart, a woman was arrested for breaking into a city nursery and trying to steal a baby. She claims it was her own. There's no evidence it's her child, as all newborns taken from their mothers are assigned new names. I just know it's him, the woman insisted. I recognize this crime. She has garnered support from people who deem the law too extreme. They think communal parenthood should grant biological parents visitation rights of their offspring. Relations marginally improved with the stalwarts. Communal parenthood is less effective at increasing the percentage of active workers. Alright, stalwarts. Sorry. That might allow me to make some more money from them. New Londoners demand met. Okay, so now we can go in this and negotiate with the New Londoners. Research. Again, research is an easy one for us, even if we never use it. One should pass. Good. Research. So let's make sure we go ahead and start on that so we can make sure we have the heat stamps for it. Oh crap, there's another research I wanted to do. I forgot. We were looking at it yesterday. Promised New Londoners, but oh well. Let's get that done. We also need the housing.
The delegates have reached a decision.
We need some extra goods sent, so we're going to go into trade. And we're going to put this down there. And that one's good. We're actually making excess, so we might do this this one anyway. Deadly. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, in the outsider category, outsiders. We want less outsiders right now because most of the things that we're doing is outside the city, and we can bring in more whenever. Population growth is greatly decreased. I don't want to have to worry about more population. So people aren't liking this one, but oh well. It's actually only 15 against, so we can do the guided voting. God, that's so strong. Just telling people what to vote is very strong. Older season. Let's go ahead and turn the generator up for a little bit. Okay, so we are going to grab these then. More work, but more oil output. Disease is slightly increased. Squalor is slightly decreased. Let's go with this one. Get more oil out over there. Outpost 11 contains a military warehouse from before the frost. Over many years, the settlement here salvaged its contents for materials and cores, at one point temporarily declaring independence from New London. Now the warehouse is empty. We could use it as a storage facility or salvage the remains. Reestablish the outpost to greatly increase our stockpile limits. Okay. Connect the Skyway. We should have a place pretty close by. Yeah, there we go. Easy peasy. Okay, what is this? The place where Nansen was last seen just before the Great Storm hit. The captain later ordered the walls strengthened and larder extended. Our expeditions can use this base to rest and resupply. All right. Wow, those are real easy setups. Okay. Our scouts found a variety of mushrooms growing within a different depths of this cave. Broken heat pipes run through the caverns. The scouts suspect this place was an attempt by the hot springs populace to develop a heartier food supply. We could take the mushrooms to add more variety to our hot houses, or we could repair this facility and share its benefits. Create a food harvesting site. Yeah, we'll do that. Good. Ooh, a lot of food output. Don't even need that much right now. Some people from the hot springs have started a market for goods crafted from bone. It appears that a herd of muskox froze in the valley. They have made use of every part of the frozen beast to sustain themselves, including their bones. The trader's on the verge of starving. They will happily give us their goods for some food. 25,000 goods for 5,000 food. Yeah, I'll take that. All right, let's set this up then. Steward, many are bewildered by the new situation following the passage of communal parenthood. Parents are uncertain about what to do with the children who were apprenticed to them. Since he is now considered everyone's child, can we keep him at our workshop? Inquired one parent. He continually expresses a desire to stay, and I'm unsure we are permitted to keep him. Some parents wish to retain their children as apprentices, while others eagerly await their departure. We can make the pilgrims happy again. I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so we're going to go in and use the pilgrim ability before we don't have access to it anymore. Frostlanders, let's get some heat stamps from you. 5 days, and we need to repeal family apprenticeship. Okay, let's negotiate. New Londoners would be a good one, because they're the ones that aren't the happiest with us. And we will research this that we'll never use. How's that sound?
The eyes have it.
Trust rises. Oh. Or this. I wanted to get this. 800 workforce, 1 core. Wait, I need a core. Core. What about these new things? All signs indicate the settlement was habited until recently. Strangely, the larder was emptied, but most clothing and personal items were left behind. There were some blood stains in the snow, but no bodies were found. One scout found a salvageable core beneath the hearth of the town hall, earning herself extra rations. The buildings themselves contain useful components too. We can spare the men to dismantle them. Take only the core. Take everything. 30 teams. Man, we're so close to having that. Let's turn that one off temporarily and grab everything here. Steward, the pilgrims have decided to send their strongest travelers out before the whiteout. Supply their journey with 10,000 food. Yeah, we saw what happens. We get 25,000 food if we do this. Okay. 800 workforce, so we are going to need to accept some people. really quick as well, which is not great. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Create settlement. Good. Outpost 11. Greatly increase all stockpile. Expand. Okay, now we need to research the blast foundry. 300 workforce. 250 material output for some squalor and some heat use. Okay. Raise funds now and then promote. Okay, is there something in here that we can pass, like one of the rule ones? What is this one? Secret police. To identify and neutralize opponents, a dedicated force will keep watch on the city's population. 44. Oh, wow. Okay, what about this one up here? This would be good. We can get that passed. Okay, propose this. Negotiate with... New Londoners have one that's already going through, right? Frostlanders would be a good one to negotiate with. Fun project. 200 heat stamps to get their vote on this. I'm thinking about just giving one of these an agenda, letting them pass something. Let's do that. We really need everyone happy going into the whiteout because it might really hurt. Community service expedition support. Well, that would have been great long ago. There, vote on it. Lowers expedition time, right? I remember that one from yesterday.
Have spoken.
Look at all the prefab we got. So, extraction district of prefab. Let's go ahead and turn that off so we can start saving on. Oh no, I forgot to turn this off. Well, now we're not going to have that for the friggin' whiteout. Great. Whiteout ending the Pilgrims rallies. All right, whiteout is here. We need to turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. We have 19 weeks worth of coal. How long does the whiteout last? I don't know. Oh, pump jacks. Pump jacks. Oh no, stalwarts, why? Injured, greatly increased by guiding votes. Can't let that happen. What are they doing down here during it? They're doing nothing, they're all inside. Here, you choose the next vote. Contagion prevention, no contagion prevention. Yeah, I don't care if this one fails or not, so. Vote on it, I don't care. Saying that they are not able to freeze in their homes now. No, I'm preventing that this time.
The votes are in.
Wow, that was close actually. Whew. Make promise. Research relationship rotation. I don't really like that, but okay. Assign people new partners regularly to maximize childbirth. Oh my god. Oh, that's terrible. Oof. You know what? If we lose this time to the whiteout, next time I'll just put everyone over here. Steward, there's been an unusual development. Some stalwart elders claim the winds of the whiteout call for them. Go then. To ease the city of their burden, the gale is strong enough to carry them to the afterlife. They request we cease caring for them. Effectively, they're asking for assisted suicide. The stalwarts blame the pilgrims' caretakers for planting these ideas. My Nan never gave two craps about heaven before, one said. Now she's some sort of martyr? They've been asking for death for months in the whiteout. A pilgrim pushed back. They actually visited their elders. They'd know that. All right, elders, head out into the storm. I think we're good now, man. I don't think the whiteout's going to do much of anything this time. Wow. Well, I hope this doesn't pass, so I'm not putting my spin on it at all. It doesn't look like it'll pass. We're the beginning of Act 3. Housing comes. Desperate need. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Suck it, stalwarts. They're devoted to us. That's what I like to hear. Apex workers. Heat demand is decreased for all districts and buildings. Production efficiency is significantly increased as well. Who wouldn't want that? But I know who wouldn't. This harsh world has no place for weakness. We will solely rely on the fittest and strongest workers and push them to achieve their maximum potential. Now, this whiteout was nothing. We had no whiteout deaths, aside from the people that we let commit suicide, but that's not cause of the whiteout. It doesn't count. Yeah, there they are right now. Wow, we're going positive on fuel during the whiteout. On the hardest difficulty. That's crazy. Radical law on agenda. The current law on the agenda goes beyond what the common citizen finds thinkable. It'll be more difficult to pass than others, and once enacted, will radicalize both for and against factions in your society. Let's see, all four being radicalized could be a problem. Mostly against, so we could promise something to the New Londoners. That gets us pretty much there already, so we'll see what happens. We've never done this before, so let's just see what happens. We've never had a radical law, so you're welcome, society, for having me force these things on you. Storm leaves, all negative effects are removed. Hooray! Ice turns to steam as the whiteout wanes, but the return of the whiteouts has sobered even the brashest among us. We cannot rely on just one city to survive, the pilgrims argue. The whiteouts are still a danger. We must settle strong sheltered locations. There's nothing stronger than a site with foundations of a generator in place, like Winterhome. A cursed place, but large enough to support a growing population. The roots of its generator still hold strong in the frozen earth. If New London falls to whiteouts, we all fall. We need to settle Winterhome as our second city. All right. Nice. Chapter 3. Return to Winterhome. Past the gorge in the Cursed Valley lives the failed city of Winterhome. Our scouts have avoided the ruins for years, but it's the only place we know of that can support our second city. We must reach for Winterhome and chart the area around it. We should have the time to prepare resources and workforce. Returning to Winterhome will pose a significant challenge. Let's see here. What do you guys want? Want any research done? Research labor oversight. Okay. Alright, so I'll get those ones back up. And let's go see about our frost teams. Get those out, exploring the rest of the areas now. Mountains. Deadly. Doesn't matter. Deadly. Doesn't matter. Just go. But we'll die. I stand by my previous words. Alright, we're getting a lot of stamps now. Let's go check this area. See how they're doing. Let's go ahead and go into the trade and rebalance this. Alright, so what do we want to do over here? Well, we're waiting on our frost teams. We can check these other things. There's more coal there. I'm just going to take the cores on that one. Ask chemical additives. Research labor oversight. That one's already going. Chemical additives, huh? But why? I mean, on the place on the map, it means they're running out of the material there that we're harvesting. Oh, okay. That was close.
The boats are in. The measure passes.
From everyone dead to just being banished. Yeah. That's progress. Employ seers for faster frost teams. Research privatize alcohol production. Trust rises. Yeah, I'll do that. Let's have some. Make some alcohol. What could go wrong? The city will no longer be involved in the supply of alcohol, leaving it to private manufacturing. Done in 6 weeks, even without rushing. That one back on.
Food additives are highly flammable. Arrange cupboards carefully.
The food additives are highly flammable. Alright, what do we have here? A steel shed sits by a small crevasse. Its doors rusted shut. The letters IEC embossed across its roof. Our scouts managed to cut their way in and found a store of cores and tower pumps. Okay, grab those. Over the snowy valley towers an opulent manor, complete with a marble ballroom and an indoor pool of hot spring water. You remember our venerable house. Our scouts walked straight past the classical library and Turner seascapes to be amazed by the fur coats and felting gear in the servants' quarters, as well as the silver skinning knives and leatherworking tools. The scouts wanted to take the boots and coats home, but the commander disagreed. We should use these samples and these tools to set up a factory reproducing the works of the old world. Then everyone in New London. Yes, manufacturing outpost. Yes. Connect the skyway. I think it's going to be the same either way. Oh, there we go. Good. Another town. Atop a glacier, we found sealed crates marked with a stamp of the Imperial Exploration Company. Each was tied to some sort of sail, long worn out in the subsequent winds. Scout's commander thinks it is possible the crates were once dropped from airships. Dealing with anticipation, the scouts opened them to find towels and toiletries, fragrances from a dead world they've never smelt before. As silly as it sounds, find might go some way to improving lives in New London. 25,000 more. Jesus. This is still inaccessible because the whiteout is going that way, which is a little annoying. We've also explored everything. Vote on labor laws. Trust falls slightly. Do we need to pass this, or can it just vote only? It just has to vote, so.
The noes have it.
Okay. So now we need to give the next one to these guys, unfortunately. First thing to support, the streets fill with stalwarts as they praise your name and call upon the rest of the city to rise for you as well. Stalwarts have begun rallying in support of you and the direction you have led the city. The devotion attracts more followers, and the rallies grow in size and enthusiasm. More workforce, more heat stamps, mobilized enforcers, more heat stamps. More stalwarts dying as well. Good, love to see it. Now, one thing I should do with some of this excess, not only some more research, but one of the things we should do is probably frost break stuff. Like, we don't want to run into a situation where we get all the food out on the map kind of secured and running low, and then be like, oh my god, I need to frost break this stuff and get our food. So just in case, I'm going to go ahead and start frost breaking these food areas. So the Stalwarts have organized a volunteer unit to repair some of the damage done during the whiteout, or using the opportunity to pitch their alternate plan for Winterhome. There's still time to mine Winterhome for its cores to perfect the generator, one Stalwart says. We know the steward will make the right call, and the city will be ready for it. However, the pilgrims claim that the Stalwarts are purposefully scavenging pilgrim-affiliated structures for the material. This is an outrage. They aren't repairing the city. They're doing this just to spite. Stop the repairs. Relations improve with the pilgrims. Allow the repairs? We'll allow. 113 more members isn't too bad, I guess. There we go. We can finally go there. Okay, for the research, let's go into... Where was it? Watchtowers. Here we go. 12 guard squads for 20 heat. 16 guard squads for no heat. But requires double the workforce. Let's go with 16 and no heat. Steward, the pilgrims who left Frostlanders' supplies have returned. Thanks to your generosity, they were able to rescue a group of Frostlanders who had been eking out a meager living among the ice. They brought them back to the city, as well as a hefty supply of food. 25,000 food and 500 Frostlanders. Holy cow. So, again, let's just keep getting this ready in case we need this food at some point. I feel like we just uncover a bunch of these resources as a just-in-case sort of thing. Alcohol, privatized alcohol production, trust slightly raises. We do want this one. We're going to negotiate. Probably the New Londoners would be good. Let's just see what they want, actually. Construct a building, no. Construct a building, no. Don't want to do that one either. I want to do a research. The research ones seem to be the easy ones to do. What about the Frostlanders? Construct, salvaging factory, waste repurposing facility. Fund their project. 134 heat stamps. We can do that one. That's one where you can do like instantly. In fact, I have an idea. We need to stop letting these guys have their own votes, because we need to get through the Iron Fist stuff soon. So, fun projects for the Frostlanders. So let's go in here and have them give us 133 heat stamps. They don't like that, but then we'll give them 133 back. Oh, it's exactly 133. My bad. I thought it was actually going to be less. I should have thought about it. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter anyway, but it's funny. On first contact, these people were very reluctant to talk to our scouts. We shared rations and alcohol to warm them. They opened up. They are master foragers with ingenious sail-powered sledges. We found the husbands that they use to move around the Frostland fast. However, they seem to be obsessed with finding certain medicinal mosses and cave mushrooms that can be found in the area. Obsessed to the point of neglecting finding regular food. We can try to help them find the caves or discourage them and make them go home to their families. Access to harvesting site, supplying more food. We can bring more people to New London. We'll help them search. Steward, more and more places are running prospective recruits through various trials to decide whether they are worthy Apex workers who will be able to help keep up with the rest. They dragged me into the Frostland, forced some wretched concoction in my lungs, said a distressed worker, kept repeating the same chant over and over for days. You ever tried navigating uncharted territory drugged out of your mind? Well, we are receiving more and more complaints. Some people argue that the practice is the only way to apply the law properly. May cause casualties. More effective at decreasing heat demand. May cause casualties. X Skyways. Okay, we'll get that connected. This is the place I need to send teams, but I can't at the moment. We can come down here now, though. Alright, let's start getting some of these guard towers down. Patrol watchtower. Let's put that there. Alright, rule. Secret police. We want guard enforcers. Only 16-4. 16-4. I wonder why. Zero may deploy squads of well-trained, well-equipped guards, put down disruptors, and otherwise keep the peace. Quell protests. That would be great. Alright, if I lean on this. We're already at 56. Let's see about negotiating. Frostlanders, open to negotiate. Vote for. It wants to make a building. I mean, we can do that. What about the pilgrims? Fund their projects. 142 heat stamps. We can do that one. Okay, that puts us at 26. What do the New Londoners want? Construct, build. Not very good. I mean, we don't need that. Fund projects, 88 heat stamps. It's pretty cheap. We can do that one. That gets to 43. Stalwarts. 4. Okay, we can do that one easily enough. That's gonna make the Stalwarts unhappy. But I don't want to risk it, so let's just do it. Throwing money out the council, yeah. After asking them for money.
The eyes have it.
Okay, so raise funds. Fund projects. Okay, use fund projects on the Stalwarts.
Has passed in the council. Take heed.
Use fund projects on the New Londoners. All right, we got what we wanted passed easy enough, and everyone still respects us somehow. So, launch expedition. There we go. Finally, the pilgrims are so overpowered. If you really go all in, like as long as you don't make the other people mad in the process, making the pilgrims super happy, while the other people are just like at least neutral, is like insane. I don't know how it's going to be on the next part of the chapter or whatever, but as far as the first whiteout, yeah, it was absolutely no problem. Some survivors of an expedition have been taking refuge in an old coal mine. They refuse to return to New London without their commander. It's their only hope. He'll come back and he'll bring the secret to the first spring with him. If we can find out what happened to the rest of the expedition, perhaps we can convince them. 100,000 more coal. Holy crap. Rule laws. Communities will vote based on their relations. In time of high tension, they will be more inclined to support giving you more power. Stewards Militia. Unlocks the enlist to Stewards Militia community action, which provides additional guard squads. Guard squads are more effective at fighting. Martial law. Oh my god. Secret police. Unlocks the assigned secret police community action, which presents different options to manipulate faction size and council participation. Good lord. I don't even know if we need all of this. Like, we're doing so well. I mean, propose the secret police. Oh my lord. Mostly hesitant. Okay. Construct. Let's grab this one. I guess. 69-4.
Nice.
Do it anyway. That's what I'm thinking. Like, it's a good habit in the back pocket. Like, if I'm about to lose or something, time to send out the guards. Teaching hospital. Research speed is slightly increased. Will regularly cure a significant number of sick absentees. Unlock the triage ability. Research speed is pretty fast, and everyone likes me so much that I can just push research anyway if I needed. So I'm just gonna go with this one. Ruins of Winterhome. Winterhome has a cursed history. A series of corrupt leaders pushed the city's generator beyond its limits. At last, a competent captain took charge, but by then the generator had been permanently damaged and doomed to explode. The city's people had no choice but to gather all they could to a nearby dreadnought and take their chance in the Frostland. Rumor has it that the ruins still hold valuable resources, but our scouts avoid the site, fearing toxic gases leaking from fissures in the ground and ghosts that wail through the night. It's coming to make use of the cursed city. Find Winterhome ruins. Prepare Winterhome for colonization. Okay. Wait, so have we gone to every discoverable place? Holy cow. Seeping from chasms of the ground, seemingly made by a huge explosion. In an effort to make the site more hospitable, we could force an avalanche down the valley, covering some of the fissures. But we have buried the technological roots of the city forever. We want to access the foundation of the destroyed generator and salvage the cores within. We have to demolish the last of the ruins and crack the ground open even more. Once our colonists arrive, we will have to choose. I get that set up. Program war. Mandatory schools. Steward. People are increasingly arguing over the curriculum taught in schools. Some think we should reduce theoretical knowledge and provide more survival training. We're filling these kids' heads with numbers and useless junk, complained an angry trapper. We oughta take them on field trips to hunt. Others argue for the exact opposite. We need to teach children how to think and come up with new solutions instead of perpetuating outdated practices, as an engineer. I'll go with concentrate on science. Maybe I shouldn't have, but... So, let's check what I want to do in these areas. Bring the people to New London. Support new leadership. Or say old leaders. Rescued these servants from certain death. We'll see what shutting it down does. It's probably going to increase our population, which I don't really want, but 33-4. Let's see what this looks like. Has active promise. I'm working on that one. Maybe we should wait on that. Look at one of these other laws in the meantime. Oh, schnapps. Never tried that before. Hints of strawberry. Wonder how they managed. Aged and infused with peat. Could be fun. Here's the good stuff. 120 proof with a special deal today only. Buy 2, get 1 free. Anna's always moaning we're short on funds, so she'll appreciate the bargain. Maybe we'll have company over. Yeah, that's... I'm sure you're right. I think I'll do this one. 37-4. Trust rises. We'll see what happens when we max out trust. We're just gonna let this roll too. We'll see what happens. Free essentials. Yeah. All right, we got it.
Have it.
Research experimental treatments. We can do that one. Research speed is marginally increased. Yeah, we could do that. So we really need to build up some heat stamps. Mandatory school has taken a bit. Income is plus 12 a week. 4 from population. 8 from the central district. So let's reinstate the old leaders, see what happens. On their way from New London to bring order. Everyone's really happy about it. We're gonna... Oh, crap. They want us to vote on it as well. Mostly hesitant on the New Londoners. Let's see. Research Advanced Blast Foundry. I mean, a research one is easy to do. Advanced Fracturing Pump Jack. Grab this one, I guess. 44, and let's just let it roll. How long will I take off? I don't know. Till January 1st? No. 7 weeks on that one. 17 weeks. Right now. Okay. 200. Ouch. So they provide guards. Okay. So it's kind of whatever, I suppose. Steward, a prominent member of the Stalwarts, has gone missing. He had been muttering about strange men following him for days. I thought the old fool was just being paranoid, said his secretary. Stalwarts point out that lesser-known faction members have also gone missing recently. Guards are ignoring the issue. We won't be treated like second-class citizens, said a faction delegate. Tension rise. We must get to the bottom of this. If the case is resolved, tension will fall. Dismiss the issue. All right, we'll get to the bottom of it. I'll have my best people on it, the people that did it. Bursting with support, the streets fill with pilgrims. They praise your name. We've seen this before. More heat stamps, please. Thank you. Excellent. Okay, so let's negotiate. Research chemical high house. That should be an easy one. I think that's a 50 or 100 one, so we'll do that one. And then let's lean into guided voting.
The proposed law has
Annual.
been approved.
Unfortunately, the New Londoners do not like that, but we'll get this research done for them. Local high houses. It's a 50. 7 weeks. We could even... The trust is so high, we could even push that more. You know what? Yeah, let's boost this. 3 weeks of the research. Sin colonists. Okay. Let's see what happens. Return to Winterhome. Descending into the valley of Winterhome will be very challenging. We will need to divert resources, manpower, and attention from New London. Are you certain you wish to confront this challenge now? Yes. Steward, a radical group of pilgrims have come forward with a proposition. They suggest ensuring the leading members of the Stalwarts end up included in the colonist group that will set out for Winterhome. The Stalwarts have been the source of discord in New London, one member of the pilgrims say. Make sure the most fervent among them join the main group of Winterhome colonists. With them gone, New London will be free from protest. What should we do? Recruit colonists equally. Make sure to include the Stalwarts leaders. We'll send them mixed. Steward, as our guards comb the city in search of the missing Stalwarts, the head of our secret police requested a word. We put on a nice show, but it's time to end the investigation. These people will never be found. We are professionals, after all. Said the man who didn't care to sit or even remove his black trench coat. Worry not, Steward. Keep your hands clean and let us do what we do best. Protect the city against dangerous dissidents. He finished before walking away. What do we do? Expose the secret police. Trust slightly rises. Stalwart's fervor is increased. Hush the matter. Officially, the investigation found nothing. More Stalwarts will occasionally disappear. Hey, those guys cost me the last game. In an alternate timeline. These people are dying due to an alternate timeline that they're not even aware of. I know it's a game altogether, but these guys lost me the game yesterday, so... Very vengeful. Very vengeful. Steward, a young doctor named Doug Hauser, I know him, old Doogie, has come to us with a complaint. The chief physician at my clinic hasn't developed any new treatment in months. What's worse, whenever I propose one myself, he always delays for more analysis. Meanwhile, our patients languish. Doogie Hauser argues under the experimental treatment law, the chief physician should be replaced by Hauser, of course. He was the Stalwart support. What should we do? Relationships marginally increase the Stalwarts or dismiss. We'll replace. That's fine. Martial law. The steward may declare martial law during which guards will erect checkpoints to enforce a curfew and curtail all illicit activities. Oh my god. Again, we're just doing this just in case, guys. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, that gets us to 50. We could guide the vote, but then we're gonna have the people that are against upset. There's only 14 against, though. Or we can see what the other promise is. Give them 111 heat stamps. That would be an easier one because 111, much less than 200. We get less from it, but it's all right. That gets this passed.
The votes are in. The measure passes.
The fate of Winterhome, a pivotal choice. The Winterhome expedition has arrived at the cursed city. The cores under the ruins could be used to further upgrade New London's generator, bringing about levels of warmth we never dreamt of. To reach the cores, we would have to demolish the ruins, split the earth open to access those that are buried, and extract them quickly before toxicity renders Winterhome forever uninhabitable. Alternatively, we could seal the toxic fissures, forever burying most of the cores. We could bring an avalanche down to bend down the cracks, then work fast to manually close what remains. But afterwards, we could build a new city here and use it as a springboard for our expansion. Whichever approach we take, there will be no turning back. Oh man. Blow the ruins. We need more cores to upgrade our generator to full capacity. Stalwarts will approve, pilgrims will disapprove. So we're going with the pilgrims anyway. This choice will realize pilgrims' dreams and undermine any hope for the future the Stalwarts wanted. Confirm your choice. Confirm. Oh. Okay. I've not seen this yet. I guess obviously. Level 10 hype train off that. Winterhome colonize. I realize it's just life now. Chapter 4, veracity. Pilgrims have... Oh, Selling Winterhome. Colonizing Winterhome into a habitable colony will be difficult. The remnant toxic gas spring still spew toxic fumes. We have to frostbreak and contain all toxic fissures before the gas concentration becomes lethal. I should have saved up more stamps. Uh-oh. You need to limit the spread of toxic gases by clogging their sources. To do this, use the frostbreaking tool to access toxic gas springs. Constructing a fume filtration district on top of a toxic gas spring helps to reduce toxicity. Oh man, I needed more stamps. Let's see what all we have here. Frozen forest. Cores. Geothermal spring. Geothermal spring. Ores. Okay, so what can this use? Generator. It can use both. Let's zoom out. And we have another deposit somewhere, right? Where was that? Here? It's in the food. Okay, so what do we need to do at New London? Holy crap. New London only has 3,000 people now. Okay, so New London's fine right now. We need to wrote these to get that down. I don't want them rebelling right now. And I gotta figure out what the crap to do here. I guess we need to get homes down first. And then we need to frostbreak severe toxic gas. Geothermal springs. Safe frostbreaking. Provide 120 heat stamps. Provide frostbreaking teams with heavy equipped kitted out with advanced protection devices to ensure worker safety. Oh man. So Winterhome ruins. Move people. Move them back to New London. Let's only leave a small amount here for right now. And then go back to New London. New London is fine. New London is just running fantastic. This place is running fine. Okay. So we're gonna need a lot of stamps, which is what I was worried about. To increase trust, I might just let them vote on whatever, even if it doesn't go through. So like the stalwarts. New Londoners demand met. Good. Marginally decreased by stalwarts. Okay, stalwarts. We're gonna let you guys vote on whatever you want. Let's see. Contagion prevention. No contagion prevention. Oh man. Good. It's against. We just need to let them vote. It doesn't matter if it goes through or not. Okay, rejected. We kind of wanted it that way. Establish our own operation. Profit and heat stamps. What the crap? Oh man, I didn't know that. I mean, obviously, I guess. Friggin' heat stamp depot. So we're gonna need to send food and this over. So that's good. And then we have some supplies built up, so we'll send that over. There we go. That means we can turn this on. Steward, as frostbreaking teams near the chasms of Winterhome, it was as if we approached the maw of hell itself. The ground splintered and noxious fumes pushed through the cracks to strangle those even in open air. Scores of our people suffered today, brought right to the edge of death. They won't survive a second attempt. Rapid frostbreaking can lead to injuries and death. Tension between pilgrims and stalwarts are rising. Uh-oh. Fume filtration. Oh my god. Yeah, so we have to do the other one, which is a lot of stamps. 600 workforce, 120 heat stamps, and 400 prefab per. Oof. There's the poison line, so we should get people up here so they don't get diseased. Much as that kind of sucks to have them up here. And how are things going back home? Relations are okay at the moment. Let's turn the housing back up here. Stamps and prefab. So we might want to set this prefab factory to go again. I didn't have to do the promotion, I suppose. There's just not a lot of people here to raise heat stamps off of. Alright, so our first housing we'll set up here above this line, I guess. Okay, and then our goal here is just to clog those fume districts, right? Hunter Stalwarts mysteriously disappeared again. God. Those friggin' pilgrims, always been in the steward's ear to their psychotic ideas, driving our city into the ground. Now with Winterhome, they're putting us all in danger with their madness. This can't continue. Someone's going to have to do something. We tried talk. It's time for action. Sabotage operations at Winterhome. Guys, you better chill out. I got some things in the back pocket here that you don't want me to bring out. Those things in my back pocket? Fascism. Here you go. Yeah, vote on whatever you want, Stewart. Or Stalwarts, rather. Good luck. Let's see what you're trying to do here. You want people to share? You want forced polygamy? Yeah, let's see how that goes. You need to taste their own medicine with fascist steward Adam. I know, it's poetic justice from a different timeline. Oh, I'm so sad that your law didn't pass. That's really unfortunate. We don't need as many Frost teams anymore either. Oh, wait. I gotta be careful with that. Because some of them are still out, like, harvesting stuff. So if I turn all that off, we're gonna have a bad time. 400 prefab, 120. Okay. So we need to make it to this severe toxic gas, I guess. Yeah. I can't really tell where that is there. Is that like here? Must be, right? It's gotta cover it. On the whole. Okay. Sabotage in Winterhome. Steward. Some colonists, swayed by the Stalwarts among them, have begun sabotaging our efforts. They tamper with buildings and heavy machinery. We could build watchtowers to maintain order, but some of the pilgrims whisper of a more extreme solution. They propose we instill public executions. In their mind, it would both aid our effort, as well as show the colonists that, given the option, working is the better choice. District destruction until order is enforced. Tensions between Stalwarts and pilgrims are rising. Construct 2 watchtowers. Enact public executions. Good lord. We can do that one. So we're going to set that. Put a patrol watchtower in Winterhome. So the first thing we need to do is expand this to have a building slot, right? Yep. So we'll expand these homes this way. And we'll expand these ones. Oh man, is there not enough room? Oh no, there is. Live on that cliff. Die from toxic gases. What? But I did the safe one. This is bullcrap. Let's do like 630. Then I'm going to go out and I'm going to grab some of these people that we didn't grab before. Take the Frostlanders in. Okay. Patrol watchtower. One there. Patrol watchtower. One there. Repair that. We might want to bring even more in. We have more out here somewhere, I know. 1,300 more Frostlanders, we can do that. Steward, we dug too deep, we plowed forward until the gas changed, it became stronger, more potent. Those who didn't get sick immediately started seeing things, people. They went rabid with fear, lashing out at everything and nothing. We kept them apart as long as we could, but they're killing each other. One has already died. More will surely. So the crazy thing about this is we're using the more expensive one. Like, what the crap? They sit on their throne made of our blood, built off our backs. They drink ice wine and smoke cigars and laugh over appetizers. And what do? We work, we toil, we break ourselves in the muck and mire for a dream we don't share. May they choke on their food. May they drown in their wine. May they burn together with their pathetic ideals. May I be there to see it. All because they want one city instead of 2. More workers required. So I think I'm going to do another housing district here. Here, vote on something. Good luck. Oh, I need to actually not be doing that with them. I should do it with the other ones. That was a mistake. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite me. Labor organization. Trust falls slightly. If this passes, it's not going to pass. We want one warm city instead of 2 cold cities. Hey, the city is warm, man. Warm as I can get it. They just want more. Can't believe they put up watchtowers. Can't believe they attacked me. People back home won't stand for this. What do you mean you can't believe they attacked you? You were going in and destroying things. People back home won't stand for this. I know they won't. I'll die here, but it won't be for nothing. I'm proud I tried to run. I'd do it again if I could. Stay here and die for a cause I don't believe in, for a place I never wanted to go. or try and make it back to the city. I'd run every day. Well, just friggin' go back then. Go live in the colds. Go build your own city, okay? Okay, so that's good. Steward, representatives for the Sour have arrived at your office with an official complaint. We know it's a blatant manipulation, said one of them. What's the point of being granted an agenda if our propositions never pass? They're on to me. Council are meaningless. They accuse the council of rigging votes to ensure their agenda is always blocked. They're demanding that the next session be free of blatant manipulation. A fair vote. So before I was like, yeah, man, you can vote on whatever you want. And I knew it would fail because they have no support. Promise to pass it. Swear to cease manipulation. Yeah, I didn't guide it. It's just democracy. Yeah, there's no manipulation happening. It's just everyone hates your ideas. I mean, what do you want from me? Okay, toxic gas, spring cover, toxicity falls notably. So let's get the next one. We need 400 prefabs. We aren't currently getting very much anymore, right? Crap. We don't have them uncovered here. So we need a frost break, like a normal frost break over to these prefabs. Here you go. I'm granting you the agenda. Chill out. Gas grows more deadly. Oh my god. Okay. What are you trying to vote for this time? Liberated youth? Decreased heat stamps? I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just letting people vote.
The measure fails.
But it's rigged because we didn't win. How much money will you guys give us? 216? We'll take it. Steward, the workers in Winterhome won't stop coughing. We schedule breaks. We cycle shifts. We haul them out from the depths of the cartload by the cartload. But still, they gasp in the clean air. There's nowhere to escape it. Nowhere to get relief. It's as if this toxic rot clings to their lungs. Enact Apex workers. Oh, we already have that. Nice. Oh, you know what? There are prefabs at the Dreadnought that we haven't scooped up either. Yeah, there's a couple of sections here, right? Yep. You have to send some workers over, which is a little not great, but should be worth it. So let's send some people from New London. There's more out there we can get, right? So let's send about 750, I guess. During their rallies, pilgrims were inspired to research new ideas on their own accord. Their most recent research was regarding freight docks. They presented the results for their private study, attended freight dock to the city. We've done the work. All the steward has to do is build it. We need a pledge to build it. Construct one attended freight dock. 300 skyway capacity. Oh, resource production and outpost connected by skyway significantly increased. Oh, crap. I'll take that. We have tons of those set up. Okay. Steward, the Frostlanders are furious that you have recently demolished the untreated sawmill. Come on. You promised to construct a building. Promised to build it? No. It was a necessity. Get out of here. We're busy. I have a house. Oh, no. It still not connects. I don't think you can do it. Oh, wait. I lied. We're good. Okay, so that'll be a little bit more prefab. Grant you an agenda. We can do that. What is it that you want? Main district produces a small amount of prefabs. Yes.
The eyes have it.
All right, we have enough now to go start the next one. I'm gonna do this one for the first, and then we can make a push for the other two. $176 died from that. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the spot, right? Severe toxic gases. That should be the spot. So we might have to change this one. Where is it? Outsiders. Admit no outsiders. Percentage of active workers will slightly increase over time. Population growth is marginally increased. HCF's income per capita is marginally increased as well. So let's try this one. Negotiates. Mostly hesitant on the New Londoners. Production efficiency outpost is increased. Yeah, we'll do that. I finished your campaign on casualty. It was not easy, but fun. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I learned a lot on the first try. Now we're on our second try.
The proposed law has been approved.
Outpost operation extraction strongholds. 6 weeks. Okay, knock that one out. Steam output. Okay. What do you want to vote on? Mass produced goods.
The votes are in.
Wow, 50 to 51.
The measure fails.
Still made them happier though, being able to vote on something. Okay, so construction, fume filtration. Okay. Oh crap. I don't think we can do it then. I didn't even notice for some reason that this had the timer. I just completely was oblivious to it because I was doing other stuff. Will this be done in time to push that back? I don't know. Steward, our preparations show the next wave of toxic gas will be the deadliest. By our estimates, it will wipe out every worker and prevent any further construction. We have little time before it hits. Must hurry. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Oh, we did it. We did it. Literally with less than a week left. Woo. All right. I wasn't worried. Were you guys worried? Cold season. We're always fine with that. It's not even the cold that's the problem. It's freaking people infighting. But just like cross-leaders demands met. Okay, so let's check this now. So negotiate for this. Want to negotiate the Frostlanders. Research deep geothermal plant. We can do that one. Okay, we'll pass this, then we'll get more from the strongholds that we have set up. Hopefully that'll help cover the food and stuff.
Have spoken. The law takes effect.
And then we really need to get their other research done, so they're happy with that. At least not upset with us anymore. 200. Okay, so we can tear this down. That means we can send 600 people from here back over. Fume filtration. Alright. The nomads invited our scouts into their homes. They didn't say much, but from what the scouts saw, the caves are a place for different bands to trade food and supplies. Efficiency with which nomads use oil for lighting and heating was particularly impressive. As a gift, their elder offered sketches of their oil heaters, some of their simplest devices, but more advanced than anything in our homes. Cold is slightly decreased. Cool. All toxic gas springs have been closed. Toxic gas no longer threatens Winterhome. What many once saw as a cursed, desolate land, you've made inhabitable. This miracle proves we can settle anywhere. The once cursed city will become a springboard from which we will expand even further. The frost land can indeed become our home. Now I can do normal frost breaking though, so that's good. Is there any place for... Here we are. Shelter. So we might have to set that that one place up. This one. Connect Skyway. Oh yeah, no problem. Okay, so everyone's out of there that we care about. New London currently has some excess, but we need homes and stuff here. Oh, we can also go near the generator now. That's right. Because the poison's gone, right? So... we'll see how that goes. What kind of promise would you guys be okay with? Let's see. Research advanced blast foundry. Research charcoal plants. That would be a pretty cheap one, I think, to research. Steward, guards have apprehended a member of the stalwarts near the council hall. Caught him loitering. No good reason to be there, said one of the guards. We found a notebook full of timetables of the pilgrims' delegates coming and going. If he refuses to explain, tensions rise again. Honor the stalwarts to identify any co-conspirators. Activates community action on stalwarts. Condemn. They will lose members and potentially lose seats in the council. They'll get fervor. Trust falls. I can't let trust fall at the moment, so... And then we can get their fervor down by promoting them in 18 weeks. Keep cold, hunger, and disease absent. So let's go ahead and get this food district set up here. Skeptical Frostlanders. Yeah, I'm working on it. Frostlanders demand met. Good. Anything else I can do for you right now? Here, take some heat stamps. Okay. That helps out quite a bit. Then we need to research this charcoal plant. Okay. Let's see, 12 weeks. Anything else I can do to make you guys happier? All right, we can do that one. Just trying to juggle mood here so things don't start spiraling while we get winter home done. Not sure what to do about the lack of prefab coming in. I don't think we have anywhere else out here. I guess we could get that researched finally, right? But it's so little. They have a little bit more. They have 2 different places, actually. Traction district. Let's turn this down enough to get the frost breaking. Oh, why don't I just switch this over? What was I thinking? Okay, trust going up quite a bit. All right. What is this one? Alcohol banned. No. Population growth increased. Yeah, we're gonna have to do that for a little bit. Negotiate with New Londoners. I don't want to build any of those. With the Frostlanders. Research advanced untreated sawmill. I'll research it. I'm not making it. Build up things. Wondering if you could cheat. Oh, I could have. Yeah, if I had known what I needed for this, we could have absolutely done so. Right? Everything was building up. We had huge stockpiles. If I just waited on prefab and heat stamps, we could have just sprinted through the winter home part. But I didn't know. It was the first time seeing it. What was the thing I wanted? Oh, advanced sawmills. Now supposed to reduce disease. How much would that cost to connect to a current one? $40 prefab? Sure. Let's go ahead and get rid of that fervor there. At least everyone's pretty happy. Oh, we got the prefab. Is it going to be enough to shelter that many? Probably not. I don't know. So I think we have to do the prefab factory. It's only 20 more, and it takes workers, like... In fact... Let's see. 300 workers for 20. Let's take a look here. This is 810 workers. For 15 a week? Okay, so that's definitely worth. $300 workers, all right. Research that idea. We're gonna have to hunt those seals, maybe. I think we have to. And I think I'm just gonna push people over there. We can bring them right back if it turns out that's not gonna work, right? There is a cold season coming though. Yeah, let's try it. How many do we need? 7K, we need to send 2,000 over. See what happens. Keep cold, hunger, and disease absent. For how long? Wait. Is that still producing the wrong thing? We need it on prefabs. Prefabs, please. Prefab, good. Yeah, food's about to be screwed. I'm gonna have to send people back. We have to build up food and come back here. Send people from Winterhome to London. We have way too many people now. We need to be really careful with this one. Because the thing is, like, as soon as Winterhome's done, we don't want a huge population at both places, I don't think. So I think we probably should not have passed that. Productive, maybe. Let's try that one. Negotiates with Frostlanders if they want to research Weather adjusted shifts. Heat demand lowered. Also just give them 250 stamps. We can do that.
The votes are in. The measure passes.
Okay. Crosslanders. Here we go. Okay, and we are going to need more prefabs. Let's go over here. There's something over here that we don't need anymore. Fume filtration. Yeah, can't really get rid of those. I mean, we could, but not a good idea. So yeah, there's nothing over here. Maybe the guard towers, actually. Where's the other one here? Okay, yeah, food. We're about to have a real bad time. We have 10,000 stockpile. There we go, positive food, good. There's one more food we can bust open over here. If we expand this, we'll get another building. Prisons? It said something about prisons. I'm gonna grab them, I guess. I don't know. More stalwarts are continuing to disappear. Should look into that. Or I just like slipped on the ice or something, right? I doubt it could have been anything else. Get yourself together. We must do it. We must. If a crop is diseased, you burn the offending plant. If a scout has frostbite, you cut off the limb. If a faction no longer serves the people, feeds them to Winterhome for a delusional cause, rips their future from their hands, what do? Exactly. We get rid of people who destroyed our future. You calm down. Wait, what's happening? Was I on a timer? I keep not checking. Uh-oh. Chapter 5, A Dream of Utopia. Wait, you didn't have to do them both at the same time? Assassination in the council. Steward, one of the stalwarts, has stabbed a speaker of pilgrims to death. At the exact moment, bands of stalwarts stormed several districts in the city. New London is on the brink of chaos. The pilgrims are furious and terrified. There's only like 200 of them. These terrorists have no place in New London. They must either leave or cease to be stalwarts. You get ready to fight back. Banishing the stalwarts would punish this crime and unify New London under the ideal of the pilgrims. You could try to stop the madness and seek reconciliation. You would, however, have to ensure concessions from both sides. This is not the only way through. Many of the city would rally behind you. You could retake the captain's lost authority, separate the bickering factions, and enforce order. Civil war is upon us. Your choices here determine how you will end it. Banish the stalwarts. Convince them to abandon their identity. Find a new home for those who refuse. Seek reconciliation. Compromise, however difficult to achieve, is worth it if it saves lives. Increase both factions' fervor and reach positive relations with all communities to vote on peace accords. I mean, I'm already almost at that. Force order. Both bickering factions must be brought to heel. Pass all rule provisions of the council. Unify the city as its new captain. Contain the warring factions. I'm almost done with that one too. I don't know which one to choose. We're super trusted with 2 of the factions already, and 2 are like almost at that level. Try the reconciliation one. I don't know, because that could get us into some trouble, right? Because if it turns out they're like, oh, well, you need to repeal this law, and then that law is the only thing making the pilgrims happy, we might get into another one of those kind of situations, right? You know what? Let's become the new captain. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we're gonna see. Might screw myself over. I have no idea. You have chosen to unify the city behind you as a new captain. To succeed, you will need strong relations to devote strengthening your rule. Many guard squads to contain the bickering factions. You must succeed or your rule will end. You should not encounter insurmountable obstacles on this path, though. Okay. The path of order. You decide the city can only survive if united behind the rule of a strong captain. You know what's kind of funny is that's the stalwart. That's what they want. So I'm choosing kind of what they would want from the first game, but I'm doing it through the pilgrims, which is kind of weird. Only the council can grant you this authority. It will mean little, however, as long as factions kill each other in your streets. Your first act as captain must be to secure your rule. Decide how to enforce peace, whatever it takes. Oh, they're shutting down that already? Okay. Pilgrims.
Steward! You hear us, Steward?
Captain's authority. For the good of the city, the steward will be named captain and granted increased authority on the council. Everyone will address you as captain. Trust will no longer be a problem. Voting will no longer be a problem. 81 people are already for it right now. I don't even have to do anything. I don't have to guide the vote. Nothing. All right. Like, the city likes me so much.
The proposed law has been approved.
All hail the captain, path of order. The steward is no more. The council has declared you captain, and so now you control the council. You have effectively seized all power to make laws in the city. If the militants who battle each other in the street refuse to recognize your new authority, you cannot end the violence and ensure lasting unity until they are brought to heel. You must order your guards to root out militancy and silence dissent by forcing all faction members to sign an oath of loyalty or face consequences. Trust will never decrease. The council votes, however you wish. God. Captain, the guards are awaiting orders on what their priorities should be while protecting the district. They could form a cordon around vital infrastructure, halting its destruction, or they could instead focus on keeping civilians out of harm's way. Prevent their deaths. All communities fighting the district will not have fatalities. Yeah, save lives. During stop to fighting, you have put an end to all pitched battles in your city. We can expect a respite from violence for several weeks, but as long as militants exist and no permanent solution on the conflict has been found, fighting will break out again sooner or later. The wars will start again if we take too long to resolve the entire conflict. We will find a permanent solution. Enforce your rule using the Secure Rule City ability. Requires an active prison building. Prisons. Oh, it's researching right now. Okay. Housing. Isolation prison. Okay. Requires 90 guard squads. I'm at 66. So, oh, we're at 98. Secure rules. Send guards to root out militancy, silence dissent, ends all active conflicts, greatly decreases all factions' fervor. Any fighters will be detained. Okay. Securing your rule. Path of order. Captain, the guards have begun their task of enforcing your rule throughout the city. All civil rights have been suspended. No warrants or probable cause tie your guards' hands. Good lord. Anyone opposing your ascendancy is quickly dealt with. The fighting will soon end. Your peace is at hand. My will be done. Detainees community. Oh no. Captain, the guards have finished their task. All fighting has been quelled. All recognize your absolute rule, yet the hatred that led to war remains. Fighting will break out again unless we separate the radicals from upstanding citizens. We must physically separate the warring factions by placing one or both of them in special monitored enclaves. Oh no, we're setting up camps. God, we're building a friggin' internment camp. Build one stalwart enclave district. Sure, enclaves do not border housing or opposing faction enclaves. In enclave relocation. Oh, you can actually scroll. Whoa, there's a lot more there. So which one is this one in? Oh, okay. It's a right. It's a district. I'm not sure I was looking at that. I had like the perfect spot for it. 1 box. That's all we're allowed to bring to the Enclave. My entire life has fit nicely into 1 box. And the worst of it is, I look around and I see every adult, every supposed leader, quietly obeying, meekly stripping away their lives till it timidly fits into 1 tiny suitcase. Cowards. There's a way to get someone into a tiny box. I'll get the captain there one day. Listen. I was trying to keep you alive. I was doing everything I could. You were kicking and screaming to be allowed to die. But not only allowed to die, you could have walked out into the frost. You also were trying to take everyone else with you. We were trying to settle a new place, bring prosperity, and you were sabotaging it. And then you went into the voting area and killed people. Okay? Just justifying this. Oh man, it's all bad. Must finish preparing the enclaves first. What do you mean? Build a watchtower in the Stalwarts district. The weird thing is everyone was happy, but it was just like forced events, right? So I know it's a gamification thing, but like everyone liked us. Everyone was happy with everything going on overall, and it still goes one way or the other, right?
Leadership. Avoid factions and opinions.
God, this friggin' announcement. Future of Enclaves, the legacy of New London. Captain, the infrastructure to isolate the troublemakers from the rest of the city is complete. Our guards have begun the relocation process, pieces at hand, yet some of them balk at the conditions in their new enclave. These ramshackle huts are barely fit to live in, says one. This is outrageous. We will not have it. There's only like, it's like 20 guys. Do we really need a giant enclave that was heated? I think we could have just had that prison be enough. Many Frostlanders and New Londoners urge us to ignore these concerns. Let them tend to their own nest. They've cost our city enough already, said one. What is your decision? High security. Enclave dwellers have no rights and are lucky not to be in prison. Every morsel we accord them is a gift. Relations marginally improve with the Frostlanders. The story ends here. Isolation should benefit all citizens, even Enclave dwellers. We will strive to ensure equal conditions in enclaves. This will submit to the legacy of New London, and the story ends here. So the story ends either way. Man, these guys tried to sabotage everything and then killed people in open courts. Yeah, keep them locked away. Unity achieved. Is that what we're calling it? You have united the city under your firm rule as the captain. All forces which could have opposed you have been eliminated. The city will survive, united as one. The city has not fallen. The end of descent, the path of order. Our wayward city needed a single voice to obey, a firm hand to take it by the neck. You saw this. You rose from the muck and mire and stood, our beacon in the fog, in the face of such brilliant light. How could we do anything but follow? And now, like the sea to the stars, the city is pulled to you. Warm in your light. We will follow any course you chart, Captain. Against all odds, you have succeeded. The city stands. The crazy thing is, we were doing so well, we could have picked any of the 3 ending things that we got to, right? I wonder what the other ones was. Yeah, I mean, we did so well. It's kind of crazy how well this went. All aside from not going into Winterhome fully prepared, but I mean, I had no idea what to expect. GG! The city did not fall. You took matters into your own hands. The captain lives again. The pilgrims as allies. It's kind of weird. That's a complete 180 from the stalwart captain. Maybe you wanted everyone to get along? It's for the pilgrims and their vision of the future. Maybe you tried your very best. Man, we did really well. I could have picked whoever I wanted. Died trying to become apex workers. Desperate outsiders flooded the cities. Maybe you grew impatient with the bickering. Winterhome was settled. It was the right choice. Those numbers seem low. Oh, yeah, we did really well. Maybe you had to do it or the city would fall. 100 bystanders dead in Civil War. 2 districts damaged. $142 stalwarts contained for their own safety. 175 imprisoned. New London is finally at peace. God. It does not matter. Lily May, 14, trainee, contained with her mother, smuggles food in the district, dreams of those that wronged her, and how to slit their throats. Maybe one day she will succeed. Lily May survived. We were playing for 14 years. Does that change the Lily May thing? The only doubt. Setting up for Frostpunk 3 here. How long will it last? When you are gone, Captain. Oh, I don't have to think of that for like 30 years. It's fine.